ఏమో తెలియదు నాకు.
Students, good morning, all of you. So, just I'll repeat the concept. What is the linked list and how it will use? What is the linked list? I'll show you once again. So, linked list linear data structure. Linked list is also a linear data structure like array. So, what is an array? It stores the similar data items. Here, the linked list also stores the elements like array, but the operation is different. But the linked list having more advantages than arrays. So arrays having some drawbacks. So in linked list concept, we overcome the drawbacks. Linked list. By using linked list, we are having an added advantages over the arrays. So the linked list structure is like this. For example, if it is an array, the structure of an array is look like some memory locations, right? So already you know about arrays. For example, this is the name of array A. So this is the location 0, and this is the location 1, and this is the location 2, for example, and this is the location 3. So in these memory locations, we can save the data. Okay, that's good. But especially what we are facing the problem by using arrays. Arrays are simple to access, simple to store, and simple to perform some operations. For the smaller data, if I want to develop a university database, for example, if I want to develop a project for storing all the students' data in CRR college, entire CRR college. So CRR colleges. So CRR college is having, for example, engineering campus is there, general campus is there, women's campus is there, pharmacy campus is there, polytechnic campus is there, and different campuses are there. I want to store the entire colleges of Sir CRR. What should I do? If I want to use arrays, it will take much time because the records are thousands, hundreds and thousands. So in this area, arrays are not suitable, but it takes much time and it is very difficult to retrieve the information. So if you want to change any modification, that is very difficult. So in this projects, big projects like this, we are using the concepts linked list. So linked list is very easy because uh, we can reduce the size or we can increase the size based on the demand. For example, if you want to add the student details, for example, if you want to add the college details, easily we can add the new data to already existing data. That is very simple. For example, in array, let us consider in array, I want to replace an element 24, for example. In array, I want to replace an element 24. So here what is happening there? So it will shift the elements to next position. So that means I'll show you here. Okay. So you need to shift this 24 into 66 location, and the 66 location is transferred to the new location. So now 66 come to this location, and this is the location 4. Up to now 3 locations are there. Now we need to add another one. After that, this 24 move to this one, and the new element that is called any new element is inserted this one. So for every time you need to move the positions. We are having here only 5 elements, so that we can easily we can easily shift the elements. So if you want to add or delete, it is very difficult. So because the size of the array is static, so we can't change the size of the array after the declaration, but we can perform any deletion operation or insertion operation. It is very difficult. So all these drawbacks are solved in linked list. By using linked list, we can easily rectify all these problems. So what is a linked list actually? I'll show you. Just wait. So I'm showing you graphically also. A linked list is a sequence of data structures which are connected together via links. I'll draw. I'll draw and show you how it is linked list. Linked list is a sequence of links which contains items. Each link contains a connection to another link. Each link contains a connection to another link. Linked list is the second most used data structure after array. The following are the important terms. First of all, link. Each link of a linked list can store a data called an item. And the next one is called next. Or the node, next node. Each link of a linked list consists a link to the next link called next. I'll show you, don't worry. So totally linked list. A linked list contains the connection link to the first link called first. So the representation of linked list is like this. For example, first of all, for every linked list, we are having head node or start node or the root node. Whatever the names are same, head, root, or start node. Whatever the nodes are common. I'll show you that one also. So the head node or the root node is pointing to the first node. After that, immediate node. So this is the node. A node consists of a rectangular box. So in the form of rectangular box, the node is created. So this concept is the difficulty level of this concept is little bit tough. So anyway, I'll clarify, no problem. So understanding level of this concept is little bit difficult. No, not a problem. So I'll show the linked list, actual linked list here. For example, this is a node. In a system, it is called a node. This is another node. So this is also another node. So here I am drawing here total 4. So this is the node. The node consists of the node structure consists of like this. So it consists of 2 fields. Any node consists of 2 fields. So that means it is broken down into two parts. So one is data field and another one is link field or the pointer field. So every node consists of, this is, I'm considering single linked list. First of all, I'm considering single linked list. For every node consists of, in a single linked list, for every node consists of two parts, two portions. First portion is data and second portion is link field. So in the first portion, the first part, it will store the data. So actually the array consists of, does not have all these, but in the linked list, it's having pointing next to the next and next to the after next. So it will link just like a train. It will form just like a train with the help of the links. So array doesn't have all these. So directly you can store the arrays, but here the linked list is not like that. So here the data will be stored like a node format. Node format means what? How can we create a node in a system? It is not possible programmatically. But how? With the help of a structure. Structure is a user-defined data type. With the help of a structure, we can create a node. So after writing that code, compiler will create a rectangular box like this, and it will divide the node into two parts. It is all logical. We can't see. It is invisible to the programmer. But logically, the system will do like this. So after writing the code. So what is the code? I'm trying here. For example, uh, struct node. Star PTR. Int data.
Sir, excuse me.
Please tell me.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Yeah, okay. Now is it okay?
Ah, yeah, sir. It is quite okay.
Okay, okay. So see here, struct node. So why we are declaring like this? Why we are using structure? Because structure is a user-defined data type. So here we are storing the information regarding the node. So the node consists of two parts here. One is for data field and another one is address field. That means the link field. So in program, we can use structured data type. Structured data type is a user defined data type. Already we know the purpose of a structured data type, structure. So here we are using the nodes are called structure type. For example, numbers are called what type? Integer type. For example, floating point values are that means 3.5 or 4.5 or 6.7 something. Those numbers are which type? Floating type. So for example, 6.75666457. These are double type. Already we know. Here the node are called as a structure type. So structure means automatically it will create a node. So you create a node, that is the type of a structure. That means in that structure, what is there in that node, what is there? Data field is there and then link field is there. Close the structure. That means close the node. So now we are creating a node with the help of declaration structure that is called struct. In the structure, we are using the struct, struct. Already you know. In that, yeah, we are using first one is the data field and second one is the link field. So this is for a single linked list. Double linked list, it will different. It will vary a little bit. So after that, this is the syntax of the structure with the end of the semicolon. So after writing this code, automatically the compiler will understand that it will create a node like this. First box. First box it will create. Right? So after writing this code, this box will be created. Then by using the printf and scanf statements, you can take input from the user and will read the input and it will continue like that. Okay. So now here the data will be stored. For example, after the creation of the node, the data will be stored in the memory like this. This is the root node, for example. Let us consider the root node or the starting node or the first node. So here, for example, the first memory location is allocated for the root node. For example, this is the location 1000. So these memory locations are not fixed. So random locations, random locations, linked list will use. No sequential locations. Random locations, linked list will use. So you can take any memory location. So the memory location we can't see, it is invisible to the programmer. Okay, just we are assuming just like this, it will store. So here the my memory location is 1000. So this is the address. Memory location is address. In that address memory location, the data is stored. So now this root is allocated with a memory. For example, if it is an integer type, 2 bytes based on the compiler. That size is different. Sizes may vary depending on the size of the compiler. First of all, for anything, the memory is allocated for the root node. For every linked list, there is a root node. Okay. So in that root node, the memory is allocated first. After that, it will continue. Now, see here. From here to here, the link is connected. Now the address is here 1000. So in that, some value 3 is stored, for example. 3 or ABC or whatever is whatever it is, whatever you want, you can type it, not a problem. So in that node, 3 is stored. So what is the address of this one? So 1000 is placed in the first node after the root node. Now the next address is, for example, 2004. So now this is pointing to this node, and after that this is pointing to this node. This is a pointer next next node, next link. This is one. Now, so what is 2004? Which address is it? Next node address. Next node address is this. So the next node address is stored in the previous node. So that means the previous node is pointing to the next node. So it will form a chain structure. So now the data may be consists of, for example, 4. Just casually I'm taking the value 4. Okay. Now the address of the next location is here. Here is the 2000. Next. For example, 5408, the next location address. These locations are random. You can take any memory location just for assumption. These are not fixed. We don't bother to solve these values. So there is no specific meaning for these memory locations. Randomly I'm taking. Okay. So the next address is, for example, 5. So what is the address of this one? 5408. So after that, here linked list is stopped here. So this is the structure of a linked list, single linked list. The memory representation of a linked list is like this. Okay, so just I'll show the representation. So this is the representation of memory. Is it visible? Is it visible? Table. Yes. See here, table is visible. Okay. So what here we are storing? Tell me the word. Tell me the word. Then we are storing the word hello. Now we are storing the nodes 3, 4, 5. So in linked list, for every operation, there is a rule. What is that rule? If you want to add or if you want to delete, if you want to perform any operation, we need to declare the variable temp, temp, temp. We need to declare the variable temp. So after the execution of the actual values, automatically the temp variables will be deleted. That is the rule in programming language. For any programming language, after the temp variable is a local variable. After the actual variable come and executes, automatically the local variables of temp variable is deleted and destroyed. The memory of the temp variable is destroyed. So that is the rule you should remember in your mind. So another most important point is, so in any programming language, deletion of memory space or memory locations is not possible. No question about it. But how we can? We can free the memory location after the node making as null. If you want to delete any memory location, it is not possible. But how it is possible? Only with the help of a free function. Malloc, cloc, and free function are there. So by using the free function, we can release the memory after making that node as a null. Null means what? Nothing. So if in that node, if any node doesn't have any data, and after removing the links, the previous links and the next link, then only it is possible to make it as a null. After making as null, we can use the free function. That is the rule here. So if we want to perform any operation in linked list, that means addition or deletion or whatever it is, so we need to use a temp variable. With the help of a temp variable only, we can perform all these operations. So these temp nodes can't visible, but the process will do like that, just like a jockey. Already I told you. So if your tire is get punctured, car tire or some vehicle tire is punctured, simply you support with the help of the jockey, you can change your step in. After the step in comes, simply you will remove that jockey, right? So here the temp variable is just like a jockey, right? So after that, it will be removed. So with the jockey, you can't travel or you can't drive. Simply automatically it will be removed. That means it is a local variable that is called temp here. So every time temp will come. With the help of temp only, we will do every operation in the program, especially in the program. So after the implementation of single linked list, clearly I'll explain you how the real process is going in the system. So manually by algorithm, or we can remove the links or we can add the links. That's not an issue. In the program itself, it is difficult. So the linked list program is little bit difficult because this terminology is new to you. So anyway, I'll give you clarity. So up to now, is it okay? If you have any doubt, you can ask me now only. So after that, I don't have time to explain again. If you are really having doubt, you can text me or you can enable your mic and you can ask me doubt. So we need to finish the syllabus within the given time. Okay, that is most important. If we have any doubt, hope it is understood. Otherwise, tell me. The creation of node, the creation of linked list, and how the linked list is, and how one node is pointing to another node. Clear? Any doubt? So what about remaining people? Girls here? Respond, girls here. Girls here is there? Yes. Only one CR or two CR girls for girls. Okay. Harshita, are you here? 513. Yes, okay. So I hope understood. Okay. So now in this linked list, we can perform addition operation and deletion operation, right? Very simple. If you observe carefully. Otherwise, it is difficult because at first look, it will not understand. Maybe it will not understand. Understandable to you. So if you pay close attention, if you concentrate on this, you can easily understand. Okay, it is not a very difficult high level. Just terminology is different. The program size is a little bit lengthy. That's it. Otherwise, not a issue. Okay, don't bother about it. So try to understand the concept. Up to now, it clear. Now we can perform different operations on these linked list. We can perform different operations like arrays. So what are the different operations? Normally, generally we can perform addition operation. That means adding. Next one, deletion. Next one, traversing. Traversing means visiting. That means starting to ending. Just roaming like a police, beat police. visiting everything. Root means reverse. Reverse means what? For example, here see 3, 4, 5 are stored. This is the normal order. 5, 4, 3, that is the reverse order. Okay. So after that, in your syllabus, these 4 are there, but generally we can display the list of elements in the linked list, and at the same time we can sort. At the same time, we can tell the length of the linked list. Length means here. So here, what is the length of the linked list? The total 3 elements are stored. That is the length of the linked list. So in many operations, we can perform by using the linked list. We can perform all these operations. But in your syllabus, only I think adding, deletion, addition, deletion, traversing, reverse are there. Okay. Now we'll see one by one. So first one is adding. Are you following me? Yes. So here totally 3 elements are there. That means 3 nodes are there. So linked list consists of a collection of nodes. Collection of nodes. NODES. Collection of nodes called linked list. Okay, here we are having 4 nodes, 3 nodes. So the root node is always pointing to the first node. So that means this is the root node. So we will not consider because it's already there. Okay. For everything, just for the train engine is there. Here also for every linked list there is a root node. Okay. Then the first operation on linked list is adding, addition. Addition means not 3 plus 4 plus 5. So adding a new node. So because we not only store these integer values. For example, you may store section A data, section B data, and section D data. Section D having different data, B having different data, and every section having different names and different particulars. So we can store any type of data, but every node is like a structured type data. It will store only structured type of data. So the same type of data. If, for example, here integer data is there. For example, it's here string data type is not accepted here. Anyway, it will store the same type of data here only. Here you'll see 3 is there. For example, if I want to add another value in between 3 and 4, or for example, if we want to add a node at the starting, or if you want to add a node, just I'm spotlighting, see here, if you want to add a node at the starting, that is possible. And another one, if I want to add a node or insert a node or append a node, appending, inserting, adding, both are common. Different programmers may use different terminology, but the meaning is different. So if you give Google addition of 2 numbers or sum of 2 numbers or for example plus of 2 numbers. So if you type any word, it can display the same answer, right? The addition of 2 plus 2 is how much? The summation of 2 plus 2 is how much? 2 plus 2 is how much? It will display the result 4 only. Here also compiler will return the same result. So first of all, let us consider the addition, adding operation in a linked list. By using the adding operation, we can insert the node at starting, or we can insert the node at ending, or we can insert the node before a node and after a node. For example, see here, after 3 also we can insert, before 4 also we can insert. That means in position of 3 and 4. After 3 and before 4, same. Next one, after 4, before 5, same. That means in middle of 4 and 5. Either we can insert in between 4 and 5 or 3 and 4. That is the another case. Beginning, ending, middle. These are the cases. Or otherwise, if the list is very large, so that we can insert a node at specific point. That is also another case, fourth case. These are the 4 cases that we have to discuss in adding a new node in a linked list. This is called addition. Yes. These are the 4 possible cases for adding an element. Now, you can easily understand that, first of all, if we want to add an element, we are having some specific algorithm. Some specific algorithm is there. So based on that algorithm, we need to follow to add an element, to add a node, not an element here, to add a node. So first of all, you should create a node. Then only it is possible to insert. So after creating the node, we have to allocate the memory for that by using the malloc function. Malloc function, already I have shown you the syntax for malloc function, how to create a memory for the node. For every node, you should create a memory with the help of malloc function, and also typecasting also required here. Already I have shown you the malloc function, how to assign. Without it, it is not possible to create a node. If we don't have a place in the system, how can we go and store there? So that is mandatory. Okay. So that is up to the rules of linked list. Now we are going to add an element. So adding a new element is necessary, or shall I move on to deletion operation? Shall I tell adding a new element, or shall I continue from the last class? Adding an element is required or not? If I really understand, it's a time waste. Otherwise, we'll move on to next one. Or otherwise, if you want, I can tell. Adding an element at 4 cases is okay. Shall I move next concept? Deletion of elements. Or shall I tell? Respond. Yes, deletion, okay. What about remaining? Yes. Okay. I'm going on deletion operation. Okay. Okay, see deletion operation. Deletion operation is also possible at 3 cases. First of all, just directly I'm telling by the explanation of program, I'll clearly show you the logic for everything. Okay. So here 3 possible cases are there for first deleting a first element, deleting a last element, or deleting a middle element. So if we any additional nodes are there, for example, middle position, whatever the middle, that is middle. First possible case is deleting a first node. That means for starting. And after that, deleting a last node and middle node. These are the 3 possible cases for deleting a node in a linked list. For every possible case, I'll show you here. Okay, first of all, theoretically, I'm telling the concept. First of all, if I want to consider, let us consider deleting a first node. Deleting a first node. First node I'm deleting. So if I want to delete a first node, what I'll do, in any programming language, direct deletion is not possible. But what should I do? I want to declare a temp variable. That is also temp node. Temp node will be created. So this is the temp node. We can declare here. With the help of this temp variable, we can delete a first element. So if we want to delete this first element, what shall I do? I don't want to break the chain. I don't want to break the chain. For example, after the engine, you want to remove the first compartment. That is a general compartment. After the engine, for example, general compartment is there. Let us consider a train. So in the train, what you will do? First of all, if you want to delete the general compartment, definitely you should take care of that. You can connect to the next compartment. So you need not break the chain or break the train. So here also same thing happened. So first of all, you should point these after the immediate node is pointing to this root variable or root node. Then only it is possible to delete this first node. For this reason, what we will do, simply we will store this 2004 location into this root node. So instead of 1000, we should store 2004 location. That means the next node is pointing to temp variable. That means the temp variable is connected to this second variable, but the location of 2004 is stored in a root variable. Now the root variable is directly pointed to second node of the list. After that, with the help of temp variable, we can place here. After the removing of this link, only one link is there. So after the removing of this link, we will make it as a null. We will make it as a null. So after null, simply we will write a logic for node 1. So simply node 1 equals to null. After making null, the link will be destroyed and both sides link will be destroyed. We can free the space. So that in after the deletion of this, the 4 will be connected to the root node. That is why we can delete a starting node. And after see ending node, how we can delete the second possibility, delete last node. So deleting a last node means, for example, 5 is the last node. If I want to delete 5, what I'll do? Without disturbing the line, again I'll declare a temp variable with the help of temp node. I can connect these 4 to the this 5 location to the 4. That means I want to delete the element 5, the node 5. I want to delete the node 5. Simply what I do, I will connect these address to node 4. Then the link will be deleted this side with the help of temp variable. So after removing this link, simply I can make it as a null. After making null, it will be freed by using the free function. That is the case of deleting a node at ending. For example, the third possible case, I want to delete an element, I want to delete a node 4. In this case, what will happen? So I want to delete 4. I want to delete a node 4. So in this case, first of all, I will link the 5 node to 4 node, 3 node. This side link with the help of temp variable. So I will assign the link to node 5, the right side link, and I will assign the left side link to left node with the help of temp. So after that, I can make it as a null. The fourth node, I can make it as a null. After making null, both side links will be before the null, both side links will be removed with the help of temp variable. After the making null, automatically we can free up the space. That means the node 4 will be deleted. This is the 3 possible cases of deleting a node. So manually we can directly remove it, but with in point of compiler point of view, it should be little bit difficult. Okay, that is why we are writing everything in a logic. That is why we need to understand all these. Otherwise, we can directly remove it or we can directly insert it. But we can explain by the program to the compiler. That is important. That is why we are learning all this. Here we are declaring some pointer variables. With the help of the pointer variables and with the help of the temp variables, we will assign those temporary variables to the next link and the previous link, and will dummy the deleted node. What we have to intended to delete. That is the procedure for deletion of a single linked list. Okay, these are the three possible cases. Next class, I will tell you the remaining concepts.